discuss some gems that were revealed during the conference call that I listened to, and Elon Musk actually touched upon some things that I'm extremely excited about. And honestly guys, this could even mean that Tesla could be a $1 trillion company at some point if the things he discussed come to fruition. I'm going to be talking about that and a lot more in today's video, so stick around to the entire length of the video because it is going to be valuable in helping you decide if, Tesla stock is still a buy at these prices, or if maybe the best days are behind this company. Hint, it's not. Anyways guys, smash that like button down below to show your support for this double upload on the channel here today. But without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so I'm starting off here with the highlights that they gave us from the actual earnings release presentation. First off, you can see regarding their cash, they had around $535 million increase in their cash and cash equivalents balance in Q2, and the cash balance now sits at a comfortable $8.6 billion. Free cash flow for the second quarter came in at $418 million as well. Now, in my opinion, guys, this is an extremely strong number, which is almost $500 million in free cash flow, and an increase of their cash position over $500 million signals to investors that Tesla is now full steam ahead with ramping profits while they continue growing. They have figured out a way to scale, continue expanding, and continue producing new cars and factories while increasing their cash balance. This reduces the fear of them running out of cash anytime soon in the near future or ever at this rate. And this is obviously good news for investors. Now, next is profitability, and this goes along the same lines of thinking. Tesla reported $327 million of GAAP operating income in Q2, which is good, but the key point here is that with this profitable quarter, it makes 4 consecutive quarters of profitability. Why is that important? Well, it's because to get included into the S&P 500, one of the requirements is to have at least 4 consecutive quarters of profitability, and now that Tesla finally achieved this, they are technically eligible. Now, will they get added into the S&P 500 tomorrow? Unlikely, and maybe it'll take a while for that to actually happen because it has to go through the committee. Standard & Poor's make an evaluation. They have to see if Tesla should be included, and if that happens, another company typically needs to be removed from that list. So it'll be some exciting times here to follow Tesla stock on this front, but it's clear to me that investors have priced this into the stock at this point. Now, if this does happen, guys, I covered this in my previous video, what it will mean is that all of these S&P 500 ETFs will start buying Tesla shares, and as a result, obviously more money is going to flow into Tesla indirectly, and that is expected to push prices even higher. But again, this is all expected. Investors are pricing this in right now because they were expecting a profitable quarter, they're expecting inclusion into the S&P 500, and things are trending in that direction. Now, the third point here is around operations of the business, and all 3 of these points are important. First, they have officially selected the next US Gigafactory site and preparations are underway. This is teased, and as of right now, we don't know the location, but if you stick around to the end of this video, I did find out where this will be by listening to the conference call. So we'll cover that in a few minutes here. But regardless, this is exciting news, which means more capacity for production to meet demand. Next is that they increased Model S range officially to 400 miles, which Elon did mention previously that it was possible, but now it's an official figure here. And finally, they touch on the Model Y and the Model 3's made in China Gigafactory, and both are ramping up and going according to plan. So this kind of gives us an overview that Tesla had a stellar quarter. They pretty much met all the expectations that investors had set out for them and somewhat justified the price run that the stock has seen in the last few months. Now, here's the financial summary, and let's quickly touch on this. Revenues actually decreased year over year, and this is understandable because the global issue affected this sort of industry directly and pretty harshly. But the key here is their profit margins were up substantially, and this resulted in more profits despite less revenue. This is how a company is able to become more and more efficient over time, and Tesla is just getting started here. Now, on top of this, guys, expenses also dropped significantly, which helped with overall profits, ultimately leading to a stronger quarter of positive free cash flow and positive net income. So overall, guys, in terms of the health of the business, they are in a strong position today compared to the same time a year ago, or really any time prior in their past history. Now, with Tesla and other EV players, we care about how many cars they sell across their different models. Here we can see that Model X and Model S have seen significant declines year over year, down 56%. But the market doesn't seem to care here because the future and the focus of the company is up 5%, and that's with the Model 3 and Model Y. Personally, guys, I am not too happy to see Model X and Y decline this drastically, but what it does tell me is that consumers are still happy with the company. They just want to purchase the cheaper alternatives because they find better value. And this is pretty much a comparison I can draw with BMW, for example, with their 3 Series, and people are gonna go and purchase a 7 Series still, but typically the 3 Series does offer better value. Still, guys, a 40% decline is steep, and I think needs to be looked at Tesla. Maybe they need to do like a refresher or a styling change or something like that, but something needs to be done. Now, the solar business is currently tiny and shrunk by 7% year over year, but again, hold on to your hats here with this because there's some exciting news around this that Elon Musk actually talked about. Again, with this, I'll be discussing this very shortly as we go through my notes from the conference call. I also noted here that they increased stores and service locations, their mobile fleet, and the supercharging stations and connectors, making it way more convenient as an owner to get services or a charge when needed, which is one of the core moats currently at Tesla. Tesla also provided us a graph here in regards to their deliveries on a global scale, and Tesla was the only company here that saw an increase versus all other competition. This is strong and shows that demand is still very much alive and present here at Tesla, despite fears in 2019 that demand was collapsing. Tesla also touched upon their guidance for full year 2020, and they believe they will hit and exceed 500,000 deliveries this year. This, guys, is huge because it's at the high end of their guidance that they previously stated and shows the enormous growth the business is seeing. So, guys, Tesla executed really well. Pretty much a perfect quarter for things that actually mattered. They were profitable. That marked the 4th consecutive quarter of profits. Model 3 and Model Y, which are the main bread and butter vehicles of the company, are growing, and they raised their guidance for total number of deliveries, and investors absolutely love it. The company really checked off all the boxes here in my opinion, which is why bulls are just so excited, and like I said, it somewhat justifies the run up in price that we've seen recently. What this proves to me is that Tesla can be profitable if they wanted to, and as they continue expanding and growing globally with more factories and all that kind of stuff, their profits are just going to increase that much more, and as a result, investors like myself get rewarded in the stock price. Okay, so now the point you've probably been waiting for, and that is I want to discuss some points that I pretty much took away from the conference call that I listened to here. So first was in regards to their next gigafactory, and these are some details they released. It'll be in Texas, and it'll be their biggest property, which will be about 15 minutes from downtown Austin and around 5 minutes from the airport. The property will be around 2,000 acres and will be, quote, an ecological paradise with paths, trees, rivers all around, and will be open to the public as well. Tesla plans to produce Cybertrucks here, semi-trucks, and Model 3s and Ys for the eastern half of North America, and they say that the California factory will focus on Model S and X worldwide, and the 3 and Y for the western half of North America, and the future Roadster that'll be released at some point will also probably be produced there. Tesla Solar. So this is interesting as well because now Tesla claims they're the cheapest option in the US for solar and provides a lowest cost guarantee and money back guarantee to back this up. Long term, Musk believes Tesla Energy will be, quote, bigger than Tesla Automotive. And he says this because the energy industry is larger than the automotive industry. So naturally, he believes that Tesla Energy will be larger than Tesla Automotive. Guys, this is absolutely massive. If Tesla Energy can be as large or bigger, like he's saying here, than Tesla Automotive, that's another massive market that is untapped, that Tesla is not even focusing on right now. They're not even bothered with growing, and really unlocks another huge potential vector for this company. Next, they have a couple points here around their cars specifically and AI technology. So full self-driving will probably be completed by the end of this year. And Musk believes that this will be the biggest asset value increase in history, and it'll be an over-the-air update for existing Tesla owners. And through this, they'll be able to get full self-driving and, quote, make their cars 5 times more valuable than today. Now, whether this is true or not, we'll have to wait and see how the used car market actually reacts to this, but there is some logic behind this. Maybe 5x, maybe a stretch here, but I do think that the value of these used cars, as long as they have full self-driving, should hold up pretty well. Musk also stated that it's reasonable to assume that at some point, the company will be making a compact vehicle as well, opening up yet another market for them to tap into. Tesla insurance. Okay guys, this is where it gets really exciting. They are working on building Tesla insurance to become a huge monster at the company and another big part of the overall business. The unique part is that they'll be using data from the AI in their car and combine it with the driving profile of the person in the car. And then what they'll do with this is take that information and create a custom premium for that customer. Tesla will even be able to inform drivers based on their driving habits on what they can do to actually lower their premium. So say you're an aggressive driver, Tesla could be like, hey, your premium is this high because you drive aggressively, you tend to speed a lot and all this kind of stuff. And if you fix that behavior, you can actually reduce your insurance premium. Right now, the way insurance companies work is that they pretty much have a cookie cutter, age, demographic, type of car, all that kind of stuff, and they just give you a quote on that. And then from that point on, it is what it is. But with Tesla, it's constantly learning, constantly changing. So if you become a better driver, even if you're young, you could have a much lower premium compared to these other insurance options out there. Tesla is also working on a version 2 of the insurance product, and that's why they haven't expanded it to states outside of California. And pretty much what they want to do here is make the best insurance product available, and they believe that they can release this to other states probably by the end of this year. So guys, keep an eye out for Tesla Energy, keep an eye out for Tesla Insurance, and of course, continue monitoring Tesla Automotive, because these are going to be 3 massive segments of the business that can propel this company to well over $1 trillion market cap. If they're able to be the best at all 3 of these industries, that is huge potential right there. So guys, you could probably tell my excitement from this video. I don't typically do double uploads, first of all, so that's an unusual thing here, but I'm extremely excited about Tesla. I know that I've made videos in the past looking at the bear sides, the bear cases for Tesla, and it's important as any investor to look at both sides. But guys, I'm a Tesla bull through and through. Everything that they do seems to be the right thing to do and seems to be things that consumers want them to do. And I think that that is a key recipe for success over the long term. Now guys, the price of Tesla stock is close to $1,700 per share here after hours, and I want to know in the comment section down below, will you be buying more Tesla stock after learning about all this information and after learning about their earnings this quarter? Do you have a price target for Tesla? Let me know that in the comment section down below as well. The bottom line really that I want to get across is that I am a Tesla bull. I hold Tesla shares. I have no plans to sell my Tesla shares, and I believe that even at current valuations, Tesla has potential to be an incredibly large company, even larger than it is today, as long as they're able to execute on all the things that they promise. And so far, guys, they have not let us down. They have done what they said they're going to do. And Elon Musk is simply brilliant here in bringing us everything that we want as consumers as fast as possible. Oh, and by the way, no, this video is not sponsored by Tesla. I've seen that comment in a few of my past videos. I'd love for Tesla to sponsor the channel, but no, they do not sponsor me in any sort of way. I don't even own a Tesla, actually, as a matter of fact. Either way, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was informative, and I hope you found value in this. I tried to provide you the kind of the highlights and the most important things from this earnings. So if you learned something from it, let me know in the comment section down below and smash that like button down below. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to invest positively, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.